Hello, everybody. Welcome to Know Your Money. I'm Bronwyn Wayner.
And I'm Craig Finch, and we are from Growth Financial Planning. We hope you enjoy our podcast. Hi, everybody. Welcome back, Sue from Anthurico Accountants. And you have given us a few great ideas on personal tax and business. And we were chatting off air, and we wanted to know if you can explain the difference between PAYE and provisional tax.
Okay.
So I think people get confused with, do I have to do both, or what is it all about?
Okay. The difference is provisionals are for companies, standard, and individuals that own companies or earn income from other sources. So rental income, that kind of thing, then you have to do provisional tax. If you go to a company and you're paying provisional yourself because you don't know what you're going to draw.
Can you explain what provisional tax means first, I think, also?
Provisional means that you're taking your income for the whole year.
Okay.
And then when August comes, you say, okay, I expect to earn R1 million for the year. What will be my tax? Then I have to pay 50% in August. And the other 50% at the end of
50% of your tax in August.
Yeah.
So let's say you earned R1 million and the tax bill is 300,000 rand. You're saying in August that person would have to pay 150,000.
Exactly. And then the remainder at the end of the year.
So they don't pay it monthly, they pay it.
That's provisional we're talking about.
So provisional tax you pay twice a year.
Yes.
So you receive the money, you should put it aside, and then when August comes, you pay a chunk, and when does the other chunk get paid?
End of February. And you've got to pay it on the day. The last of the month, the money must be paid. If it's paid on the first of the following month, it's a 10% penalty.
My word. Okay.
So that's also quite
and
important.
And provisional is for companies and for individuals that earn tax in more than one way, and you can opt to be a provisional taxpayer. Is that right?
So if you are working for a company and you're earning a salary and they're taking tax off, that's PAYE.
So that's Pay as you earn.
But you also have a rental property that you're earning income from, or are you automatically a provisional taxpayer?
No. You can register as a provisional taxpayer, and it's up to you. You can ask your companies to add extra tax for you. It makes your life easier, and then they will deduct extra every month to cover that rental. Or you can pay the provisional. So if you've got 10 properties and you earn more money on your rentals than you do on your salary, then provisionals might be a better way for you to go.
Can you choose though? Will SARS let you choose that?
No. If you're employed, PAYE is standard.
Okay.
There's no option on that. Each company is compelled by law to deduct tax from the individuals that they work for them and pay it over to SARS.
But is there a possibility that you pay in the PAYE and you're still doing provisional?
Yes, as I said, I mean, if you've got 10 properties you're renting, so you're going to pay your PAYE on your salary, and then you have to pay provisional on your rental income. So your option,
or you can ask them to increase the tax that
your company you're working for. You can say take more off and they can do that.
Exactly.
Warren, have you got that?
Yeah, I understand that. I just got a question. What about low wage labour? So at what point what point is personal income taxable?
At about 5,500 Rand a month is roughly when you need to start. But then again, there are other issues as well. So my recommendation on any company, if it's just you and your company, that's for you to decide. But I often recommend to my clients to register for PAYE. It makes their life easier. So if you're drawing 20 grand a month, you pay PAYE every single month. The company pays it over. It's 4 grand, 5 grand or whatever. Every month you pay it and it's done. Instead of paying 50 twice a year.
Yeah.
So it's easier on the pocket to budget for that amount of money every single month. If you've got employees, you're supposed to deduct UIF and PAYE. And
over 5,000, you say?
Over 5,000. But UIF is from Rand 1.
Yes, UIF is, yeah.
So the only problem we do find is let's say you've got a maid who cleans the office and you've had her for 10 years and then she wants to retire or leave or whatever. You've got no documentation. You can say to her, yeah, you can go to the unemployment office and go claim unemployment because she hasn't paid a cent.
Of UIF.
I understand. Yeah.
And
so
then just
it's better for you.
the other thing with the provisional, so say I'm going to estimate that I am going to make R1 million this year, but now I make 1.5 million rand. What happens then?
Well, you'll know more or less by February because you've now said in August you're going to make $1 million, so you've paid the 150 at that time. Then when February came, you knew that you already overpaid, so then you have to pay the difference. If you find you've short paid, when you do the return, you can pay in the difference, but it can't be more than 20% of the actual gross. Because remember I said you have to be 80% correct.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can you just explain that, unpack that a little bit more?
So like let's say in August you say I'm going to make, let's say you get commission like people who sell houses. They in August says I estimate from last year and what I've seen this year, I'm going to make $1 million. And then we'll pay 150,000 Rand of tax. So that gets paid. Then when February comes, you know you're going to pay X amount or whatever. You might have a case where you don't know when the house is going to go in February or it's going to be registered in March. So you could and R about that. And let's say you think, okay, it's going to be in March, but then it actually at the end of the day, it's February. But then you've already paid 80% of the 1.3 million. So you got 200,000 of the other commission that you never accounted for.
I got lost.
Sorry, where would you like me to start?
Did you get it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we do this again.
So
Million.
we said we were going to do $1 million.
Yes.
You pay the 150.
Yes.
150.
August.
We're saying that the tax amount is 300,
yeah,
Yes.
just
right?
for
Because you're
example.
paying for example, you're paying the 150 now in August.
Yes.
Then in February you should be paying another 150.
Yes.
But you sold extra.
Yes.
You didn't realize.
So now you've sold an extra house. Let's just ease of reference, say another $1 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you would owe SARS 450,
Yes.
right?
So if you know that, you can
pay it.
either pay it on 28th of February. If it doesn't materialize, you can get a refund at the end of the day.
Okay.
Or you can short pay, but you've got to be within that 80% range.
So now we short paid 300.
yeah.
Oh, you're
Then
way
what'll
over
happen,
80.
if it's over 80, then SARS will charge you a quant interest.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
That means the interest rate's like 18%.
Okay, a nice credit card.
So
eh?
you should have paid as close as possible.
Yes.
You didn't. So you owe SARS another interest rate on the money that you've kept instead of paying them.
Yeah, I just think it's an important thing for
Yeah.
people to
No,
understand
very much so.
because
Yeah.
you do have those numbers, but if you don't do it right, there's that 80% rule with an extra 18% for no apparent reason. Yeah.
So Sue, a lot of my friends often moan about they suddenly become a provisional taxpayer and they don't want to do that. Is there a way of reversing that?
As I said, if you're earning a salary, you're still going to pay PAYE, and then you have provisional on a reason. So if you've got rental or investments, or interest is a big issue.
Yeah.
A lot of people will invest money perfectly, like in bank accounts, for example, and they get 200,000 Rand of interest for the year. So you get your exemption portion, but the rest is subject to tax.
Yes.
And then you, obviously, you're now going to pay in 60,000 Rand or whatever the case may be. If that happens, SARS may raise a provisional tax return for you.
Okay.
But
And then,
Can you refuse it, I think is what Craig's asking, or do you
you
have
can
to
go to SARS and say, wow, or you had it before, you don't have it now, can you deregister? I mean,
and
yes.
and the employer I'm working for will draw the tax monthly rather. You can do that.
But they don't normally do it on that reason. They normally do it if there's other, so rental income, interest, investments,
Okay.
anything like that. Then they will register you for provisional.
Okay.
But you provisional plus PAYE.
Yeah, so the problem with provisional is you must make sure you keep that money aside for the August payment and the
and
February.
to get it right?
Yeah, to get it
know.
right is another. Therefore, going back to
Yeah.
a professional like you to help us with that. Okay, great.
Any other questions, Warren?
No, well
Warren,
explained, thank you.
You see the difference now between the two, yeah.
I always saw it, Craig.
Did you? Okay. Sue,
Awesome.
wonderful.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
for your
Sue.
time. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thanks.
having me here.
Thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed this podcast, would like to subscribe, please visit our website, www.growthfp.co.za. The information we have provided in this podcast is our personal opinion. For more detailed information, please discuss your financial situation with a financial planner.